That was Elliot Richardson and the new one, Sherry. Please give them another round of applause. They dedicated many hours of service to make this night possible. Good evening, everyone. My name is John Gottschall. I am the MC for the evening. That means that all of you have to drink more because I get funnier as you do. What a wonderful night. We have a beautiful room. We have great food, great drinks. Johnny Vincent is here to sing. What a perfect night, right? How is everybody? Thank you. Before we begin every event in ChildServ, we start with an invocation. Would Oscar Carrasco please come up to the mic and present that for us? Let us pray.
We gather this evening, O Lord, with gratitude in our hearts. We acknowledge the many blessings and infinite love that you have given us. We thank you. We are grateful for ChildServ and the broad shoulders upon which we stand, for those who have remained faithful to the legacy of religious and social settlement movement of the late 19th century, we pay tribute. Tonight, as we celebrate the past and usher forth the new, let us be continuously mindful that we have all stepped humbly forward for such a time as this. For the vision, genius, and legacy of Lucy Riley Meyer, we are nurtured and challenged. For the work that we are called to steward, let each of us be mindful of our common ministry to help at-risk children and their families to build, achieve, and sustain better lives. We pray for the marginalized, the voiceless, those caught in the endless struggle of chronic poverty, systemic prejudices, and mindless violence. Enable us, O Lord, to continue to be your hands, your feet, your eyes, your ears, and your voice. Humbly we ask that we may continue to carry on the mantle of humanitarian assistance, community engagement, empowerment, and human rights on behalf of the least, the last, and the lost. Now, as we partake of this meal and fellowship, bless those behind the scenes who have prepared it, and instill in each one of us a grateful heart as we strive to serve you. May you give us your beautiful peace this weekend and always. I pray this as a minister of the gospel in the name of Jesus. Amen.
All right, so thank you, Oscar Carrasco, and thank you all and every one of you for being here this evening. We have a great night in store for you. Over the last year, ChildServ has gone through many changes, and tonight we have a lot of awards and a lot of presentations to get through, but at the end of the night, we're going to have a great deal of fun. What's in store for us tonight is a number of things. One, we're here to inform you, educate you, and for those of you that don't know ChildServ, to learn more about the kids, because that's what it's about, is taking care of kids and families. We're here to thank Jim Jones. After 21 years of great service, Jim has decided to step down and move on in life, and we want to thank him for his great service. Tonight, we're also going to introduce you to Dan Katowski, our new CEO. Dan is a bundle of energy, and you're going to love him. And also tonight, we're going to be handing out the first ever Inspiration Award. And our Inspiration Award is going to actually a kid that has gone through the ChildServ programs. So we're going to get through a number of awards and presentations. I believe that you're going to enjoy what you hear, and it's going to be a really fun night. Tonight, though, that we really want you to understand that we're here to celebrate. The ChildServ has been able to actually serve more than 2,800 kids and families throughout the Chicagoland area in the past year. Let's give them a round of applause. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but as you entered the room this evening, you were able to view a slideshow from ChildServ's history. These photos represent some of the 130,000 kids and families that ChildServ has served over the past 121 years, as the organization was started in 1894. It is a great organization with a great history, and we're continuing to do great things. I want to congratulate the board, our donors, our staff, and all of our volunteers for making this mission possible, because without them, this organization wouldn't have lasted 120 years. So let's give them a round of applause. Tonight you'll be meeting for the first time Dan Katowski, and on behalf of the board, I'd like to take a moment to say welcome to the organization. Dan is sitting right down here in the front, and so it's great to have him here. Now let's talk about why we're really here this evening, because we know it is really all about the kids. Today we celebrate our first Youth Inspiration Scholarship Award, and our recipient is Kaylin Lane. Unfortunately, Kaylin is unable to be here tonight, but she sent a letter for us to read. I'd like to introduce Vanessa Russell, a supervisor at our Naperville group home, to read Kaylin's letter and also introduce our client speaker of the evening. Vanessa, would you please come up?
Good evening, everyone. As I was introduced, I am the current supervisor of the Naperville Girls Group Home. I've been with the agency since February, so it's still new, but not new. I met Caitlin when I was a amazing kid, a kid that worked the program and ultimately the program worked for her. She was one that came with a lot of struggles, but was able to overcome and understand and recognize that she needed help, how to get those resources and have those resources work for her. Ultimately, she came out on top, graduated early, obtained employment, and ultimately stepped down sooner than most people thought. I have a few words that I would like to share with you all on her behalf. What ChildServ means to me, by Kaylin Lane. ChildServ means family to me. I say this because that's exactly what it is. I left ChildServ before my year came, and while I was there, overall it was a great experience. But I had to move on to greater experiences, but I still hold these memories in my heart, where they will remain. All the staff, starting from my primary, Shalika, Portia, and Miss Aisha, and the rest like Miss Rhonda and Sarah, Gawana, will always have a special place in my heart because they were there through some of the tough times and they never gave up. Vanessa Russell is an amazing woman. She helped me through a lot of stuff. She gave a lot of tough love that I needed. If it wasn't for her pushing me and keeping me going, I wouldn't be where I am today. All the staff I named, including Liz, David, and Mr. Jones, have helped me as well. These are my family. ChildServ is my family. Thank you. Didn't really know what to expect working with him. When I first got here, it was kind of volatile, didn't really know which way he was coming sometimes, always seemed like it was a battle. However, this summer, I felt like something clicked for him, and he pretty much changed his way around the program. He's one of our only clients who has been able to not only secure employment, but maintain employment for over a year. He graduated high school. He made it to the upon himself to stay in high school longer so he can understand how to work on his social skills and what it means to be in a bigger environment with more people.
Tonight is a great evening because actually in our present we have the director of DCFS with us this evening. George Sheldon is with us this evening, and I'd like to have him come up here and say a few words. For those of you that don't know George Sheldon, in February 2015, he was selected by Governor Bruce Rauner to serve as the director of the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services, as everyone knows at DCFS. George was actually the secretary of the Florida Department of Insurance and Families from 2008 through 2011. When he began working for the agency, it was referred to as the Troubled Department of Children and Families. What a title to walk into. The Troubled Department of Families in Children and Families. Not a good thing to walk into. However, 3 years later, a gubernatorial transition report called it the best-run agency in the state. George expertly weathered $200 million in budget reductions without cutting staff or disrupting services to citizens. He was responsible for a $3 billion budget and a workforce of 13,000 employees. This might be the best hire for Governor Bruce Rauner today. George, welcome.
John, thank you very much. When I actually was appointed by by President Obama to handle child and family services nationwide. And then I got a call from your Governor Rauner, to reach out across the aisle and say services for kids are really without partisan lines. I came here, I left Fort Lauderdale. It was 82 degrees. I landed here on Super Bowl Sunday. That was the day you had 18 inches of snow. It was 7 degrees. My reaction was, what the hell am I doing in Chicago? But since then, I've realized just how dedicated folks, not just in the department, but folks in our provider agencies are. And I want to, first of all, congratulate ChildServ for 121 years of service to the children of Illinois. You have done a remarkable job, and you're to be congratulated for that. And I also want to thank Jim Jones for the 21 years that he gave to this agency and where he brought this agency. I only got to know him for a short period of time, maybe 6 months. But that's the kind of dedication that is exemplary for people who care about children. But I also have to congratulate you on selecting Dan Katowski to replace Jim. When I first got here, I was defending a portion of the state budget that I didn't necessarily embrace, and got my first grilling from Senator Katowski in this state. And it was a welcome entry into Illinois, but it also demonstrated to me just how passionate people can be on these issues. The department in Florida was the troubled Department of Children and Families, and to a large extent, that is the same image that exists in this agency. But if we're really going to change the dynamics, not just the image of the department, but what happens for children, it really is about a partnership with our private sector. Those people who are actually doing the work. Those people who are engaged in this business on a day-to-day basis. And as I've traveled Illinois, I've seen the dedication of individuals, and we in this agency have to be there as partners moving forward. Illinois has the longest lengths of stay in foster care of any state in the country. 33 months. We've gotten it down to 7 months in Florida. More kids in deep end residential, percentage-wise, than any other state. And no matter how we you get as an agency, ChildServ, no matter how good the Department of Children and Family Services as a state agency, the government on its best day is not a good parent. So the quicker we can return children to the biological home or get them to a permanent placement, that is so much better for children. You know, we really designed a child welfare system in this country, and we never talked to kids. And who knows more about foster care and the child welfare system than the kids who are experiencing it? So if I have any message to you or to any agency in this state, is engage the young people in your agency to help you design and improve the services that you're providing. That's what will make the difference for us. Reducing the length of time in care, getting children back home as quickly as possible, or getting them to a permanent setting. That's what will determine whether we as a state and as a private sector really improve the lives of kids. And that's what it's all about. There was a time when child welfare in this country was all about child safety. We know how to keep kids safe. That's the easy part. All you have to do is bring them into care, remove them from their parents, lock them in a room, give them 3 hot meals and a place to sleep, and they're safe. But they're going to age out without an education, without social skills, without the ability to interact. So it has to be about child well-being. It has to be about how do we make their lives as normal as humanly possible. I asked a group of foster youth in Florida, if you were in my position and you could do anything you wanted to do to change the system, what would you do? And they all came up with different ideas. But this one young man, he was 11 years old, stood up and he said, quite succinctly, just stop calling us foster kids. We're just kids. So the extent to which we can make that normal, the extent to which they do normal things, that's so much better for kids. Do we really, when Sally wants to do a sleepover down the street with her best friend, do we really have to do a background check and a home study? Do what a prudent parent would do. Meet the other parents. Look at the home. Let's eliminate a lot of the bureaucracy that goes in the system. And I think sometimes, and I really compliment you for coming to an event like this, and those of you who are on the board of ChildServ. So many times, a lot of people in our community say, why are we doing this? Why are we helping these kids? 27 years ago, the Chicago police found a 4-year-old rummaging through a dumpster for food. They found out he had 3 siblings. Parents with mental health and substance abuse. And the first foster home he went to basically said that he knew the name of every brand of beer sold in the state of Illinois. Multiple placements. multiple psychiatric hospitalizations. But ultimately, he was in a foster home where he stabilized, and he, to this day, calls them his parents. He went on, got his undergraduate degree, got his certification as a paralegal, spent 7 years in the public guardian's office, and now is with us doing strategic planning to really turn the system around. The next time somebody asks you, why do we do this? It's about young men like Jeremy and Scott and so many other kids who really have so much to offer if we just open up the door and treat them like normal human beings the way we want our own children to be treated. I thank you for what you do, and I really want to move forward in a partnership with ChildServ and other agencies in this state so we can make a difference in children's lives. Thank you very much.
Wow, he jumped in from the heat of Florida to the inferno of Illinois politics, and I think we're in good hands. Wonderful, thank you. Our next speaker I'd like to invite up is our new CEO, Dan Katowski. For those of you that don't know, Dan has been in the Illinois State Senate for the last 10 years, approximately. He's been on the budget committee, so he hasn't had the easiest of jobs either lately. It's been an honor for me this summer because I was part of the search committee that was out and doing the interviews. And I got to tell you, the first time that Dan walked through the room, when I looked at him, I said, he's similar to me. He's a handsome man like me. But as we've gone through the interviews and I've gotten to know him, the one thing that came through loud and clear is that Dan wanted to have a bigger impact in the lives of kids and families. He has a passion to make a difference. And so it's an honor for me to ask him to come up to the stage and say a few words because I'm excited about hearing his vision. I'm excited about his leadership and I'm excited about his passion and to see where he takes ChildServ in the years to come. So Dan, please come up.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I brought some people here who were supposed to clap really loudly when I got up here. They're really not doing a good job. It's better. Thank you, John Gaccio. Thank you, Francine. Thank you to the Richardsons for hosting this, for all your hard work. First of all, I want to thank our staff and our team, April Redzik and Zuma Colombo for all the hard work on this event. This is a fantastic program. Director Sheldon, those are very compelling words. You're not going to be talking about you, but I'm saying nice things about you, Director, for the record. But thank you so much for coming tonight. Thank you so much for your leadership at DCFS. At this point, before I get into this, I kind of wanted to say some thanks specifically to some of our corporate donors. ACM, please hold your applause to the end, because I think it's important to recognize. They say that gratitude is the heart of prayer, right? And I think we should be grateful for all the support that we're getting here tonight. All of our board members stepped up and they bought tables, and that's outstanding. And they deserve a round of applause for that. Give them a round of applause. On the corporate side, we have some very generous donors. We have ACM Partners. Please hold your applause to the end. ACM Partners, Axiom, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Coaching Financial, Eugene Kalich, Matanki Realty, Plant Moran, and UPS. Please give them a round of applause. So I'm really excited to have the opportunity to lead ChildServ. This is a wonderful organization with a real storied history. I'm very honored to be following in the great footsteps of Jim Jones. Jim Jones has done a terrific job leading this organization for all these years that he has. And please give him a round of applause for all of his service. Can you hear me on this mic? Okay, great. So I'm also very grateful for the fact that the board has entrusted me with their belief in my capacity to lead this organization. This is a wonderful board of directors with a great deal of not just commitment and dedication, but exceedingly generous in their time, in their effort, and their willingness to do the right thing on behalf of kids. So I'm excited about that, but one of the things I want to talk about tonight, what makes ChildServ so compelling, is not only do we serve 2,800 children and families every year, not only have we served 130,000 children over 121 years, 130,000 children and families and help them lead better lives, with 2,800 children a year. But when you look at this, when you look at the statistics about what we're doing and the lives that we're changing, they're compelling. Just this last year alone, we helped 616 children grow up healthy and ready to learn through our early childhood education programs. 616 children. We moved 39 children and families from homelessness to housing. 39 children and families who were homeless to housing, permanent housing. That's profound. And 55% of those young people who are in our Emerge program are going to college. They're going to college. So congratulations to you. We provided mentoring, so 100% of our youth who are in our group homes, 100% of them are graduating from high school on time. 100% of our youth. But one of our best results, and it's one of the reasons why ChildServ was founded in the first place, when you think about it, I'm so glad that the director of these investments here, because 28 children in our foster care program were adopted. 28 children in foster care were adopted. And 52 found a nurturing, loving home with the foster parent. That's compelling. That is compelling. That is the reason why we do what we do. So I thank you all for your support. I thank you all for what you're doing. I thank you for your kindness. But I also want you to consider as we move forward, and this is one of the main reasons why I was hired. It wasn't because I was as handsome as John Hansel, which is a really high standard, by the way. So it wasn't because of that. It was because I was hired because we have an opportunity to bring more resources to this agency, to really truly diversify our funding base and be as powerful as we can be in impacting the lives of children and families. So you have yet another opportunity to give tonight. We have a raffle. You can donate online. When you get home, you can say to yourself, and I know there's other people here that I've reached out to who are considering giving more contributions in the future to ChildServ, because we are going to continue to make a huge difference in the lives of children and families. But I want you to know right now, I want to thank you all for your support. I want to thank you all for your generosity. I want to thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this wonderful organization. But I also want you to think about tonight, think about not just the data and the outcome and the difference we're making in lives, think about the young people. And one last thing. Caitlin, who couldn't be here, Caitlin Lane, we did something that we're really proud of this year. We're providing her with a scholarship so she can go to college and she can live the kind of life that she's living. Your support helped do this tonight. We're going to keep on doing this. I thank you very much. Thank you very much for your generosity, and I look forward to continuing working with you in the future. God bless you. Thank you.
I told you we'd love him. He's awesome. And he is more handsome than me, I'm going to have to admit it. Here we go. Yeah, at this time, we're going to take a quick little break because we have Johnny Benson here tonight, and he'd like to belt out a quick little song here. So Johnny, take it away.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The award is presented to either the company or individual who embraces ChildServ mission and assists the organization through a variety of efforts, including financial, volunteer, and interactive support for ChildServ youth. For more than a decade, UPS has been a partner in delivering Christmas gifts to children and families throughout the Chicagoland area, helping to make the holidays a lot brighter. Nothing is better for a kid that doesn't have much than to get a gift at Christmas, and UPS delivers every time, which is awesome. The company has also stepped up its role with the UPS Women's Leadership Development Program, which actively engages in supporting ChildServ youth residing in group homes with key venturing opportunities. UPS also delivers unparalleled volunteer support as well as sponsorship of a multitude of events that help ChildServ continue to deliver the needed programs to those who need it most. At this time, I'd like to ask Tandria Bellamy, who works at UPS and is also a member of the ChildServ board, to come up here and receive the Lucy Meyer Ryer Award.
Let's see. I think it's the other one. Oh, it's the other one. Here we go.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you, ChildServ. You provide such a phenomenal service for our community. UPS is about communities. We actively engage the community. We give volunteer service awards. As a corporation, we have a goal of having 20 million volunteer hours by 2020 because it's about the community. UPS doesn't survive without the people who we're here to support. I've had a great opportunity to be involved with ChildServ and to get to know some of the clients, some of the kids personally, and that has been a phenomenally uplifting experience. So I invite all of you to be more part of ChildServ because the mission of this organization is something that we should all stand on. Thank you.
Picture time. Yeah. We might sell that picture because of two handsome men and Tandria. She made us both look good right there. Thank you, Tandria. At this time, I'd like to invite a longtime board member up to the stage. His name is Riley Brown. And Riley Brown would like to talk to you and say a few great things about Jim Jones, who's been our leader for the last 21 years. Riley.
Thank you, John. I appreciate this opportunity. Thank you very much. Good evening. I consider this both an honor and a privilege to present this award to James Jones. So I want to thank you for that opportunity. James Jones, James C. Jones, who is he? Some people are going to say that James is a retired colonel of the United States Army Reserve. Others will say that he is the man who, okay, he's a man who has achieved 3 advanced degrees and consequently must degree smart. Others are going to say that Jim is a devoted husband, father, and doting grandfather. But here at ChildServ, we know Jim as a leader of ChildServ for the past 21 years. He has poured his heart and soul into this organization. As you heard earlier, we're involved in early education of children. We're involved in group homes, foster homes. We're involved in grandparents who have been forced to raise their grandchildren. And yes, we provide services to veterans as well. And Jim has been at the forefront of all those efforts. Give me that. So you might ask yourself, with a man who has that kind of background, former military officer, 3 advanced degrees, he could have probably showed to do anything that he wanted to do, but he chose to work with ChildServ. To get to the answer of why he would do that, I wanted to kind of find out some people who thought who were around when Jim was hired. So I did a little research, and I found an interview that was done by Jim, and over that interview was Peter Haynes, a former board member and board chair for his work, that he had a strong desire and a strong love for children, and he had something that ChildServ couldn't pass up. He said, this job had Jim's name written all over it. In my tenure on the board, as a former board chair, I've had the opportunity to work beside Jim as he's fought for those battles for the services he provides to the children down in Chicago now. And I have to tell you, I'm pretty proud to work with him and the others. Another board member who's known Jim for a long time, by the name of Don Bradley, quoted Jim, he's quoted saying that Jim does not let his ego get in the way of doing the job. And that's good for ChildServ. And that reminded me of a quote that I heard years ago. It goes something like this. We should strive not to be known, but to be worthy of being known. And so to the question of why Jim would choose to do what he's chosen to do, it's pretty simple. Jim fully understands that to whom much is given, much is required. And as a member of his gym, and he said, well, that's simply who I am. Now, I understand that Veterans Day is not to be celebrated until next Wednesday, but if you would please join me in celebrating and congratulating this entire officer, Mr. J.C. Jones.
Thanks, Ronnie. He's taking a picture. Okay. Sure. Good evening, everyone. I hope all of you are having a good time tonight. Just to get started, I'd like to say thank you to all the guests, board of trustees, ChildServ, staff, volunteers, and friends of the agency. It's great that you're here tonight. It means a lot to me to stand up here and be honored. So I'm humbled to be here and hear all the kind words. It makes me look at my tenure of 21 years and say, it went by quickly. It really did, you know. As they say, you know, when you're having a good time, it's not work, you know, it's what you should do to help the children and families. You know, I was reading a book today, James Hagan, about early childhood services. And in his book, he had various authors give their perspective on how we can help children and their families. It was really all about parenting and really providing the resources for these kids to grow up. And each one had a different perspective on the best way to help a child grow up. And several thought, if we catch them early, you know, that made me think about the services we had at ChildServ, early childhood services. And then some of them said, well, you know, we just don't catch them early. We also have to address what happens to the youth when they're in school, and also the youth who are teenagers and young adults. And you can't really just focus on one age group, although it's very important to start early, because we have to look at the cognitive skills of a child as well as how they get integrated in terms of interacting with other people. And you can't measure one over the other, but they're both important. Just think, you know, all kids don't start off, you know, with that chance. You know, they don't have all the resources normal kids would do, particularly middle and upper class kids. But there are different ways that kids can catch up. And these various authors saw that. And, I would just like to say, you got to treat each kid as an individual and do what you can. But one thing that's really important, particularly, at first you're a teacher, at some other point you become a mentor, then you become a coach in terms of helping these kids. But there's no wrong answer, no one's totally correct in how you do it, but each kid deserves a helping hand. And, I think we've done that at ChildServ over the years. The thing that I'm really, really proud about is the continuous services that was spoken about earlier. I mean, starting with a newborn baby. I used to say to just anyone on the elevator, we serve anyone from a newborn baby to a senior who's taking care of grandchildren and everybody in between. And, I think ChildServ does a great job of doing that. And the thing that I like to remember about ChildServ is that you're going to be able, Dan, to sustain that over a period of time. That's very important. I'd be remiss from leaving the stage before I thank my wife, my beautiful wife, for 40 years, Colleen. We're going to celebrate our 40th anniversary this month, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'd like to say thank you, dear, for all the sacrifices you made in terms of helping me along the way. I mean, you're my sweetheart, you're also my best friend, and you're my #1 consultant. So I love you. I'd like to really thank the board members who had a lot of trust in me over the time. One thing that I do remember, and it was really important to me, it's been mentioned several times that I served in the military. There was a time where I was on the verge of being called up and mobilized during the second Iraqi war conflict. And the board of ChildServ stood behind me and said, Jim, we will support you, regardless of what happens here. If you have to go away, we want you back. And that really meant a lot to me. So I remember, I think Don Bradley was the board chair at the time, and Nancy Doole, Ronnie Brown. I mean, and there were several other board members, but they all stood in unison in terms of supporting me. So, I would like to go out and continue to support ChildServ and make sure that we continue to build, educate, and achieve and sustain better lives for children. Thank you.
To come up here and dance and be serenaded by Johnny Benson. I have 100. Who would like to jump in? Is that 150? Oh, do I hear 175? No. Okay. Huh? We're at 200. So we have 150 over here. Do we have 200? I have 200 over here. How about 300? Do we have anyone in the room that more than 300? We have 300 in the room. I see 400 over there. I'm looking around. I see some guys that could be in trouble. Johnny, do you think we can get 500? This is the equalizer, guys. This will get you out of trouble with the money. So who's got $500 to donate to ChildServ to be serenaded by the great Johnny Benson? I got 500 over here. I think we can get 6. Can we get 6, John?
We get 2 couples for $500.
You get 2 couples for $500? Can I have 2 both of you couples for $500? Who's over here for 500? Do we have a couple over here? We have 500 over here. Do we have 500 over here? Do we have 5 over here to join us? 2 couples on the dance floor? I see we have a new one, I'll get married over here. We have 500 over here. everybody. He's got to run, but thank you. What a wonderful place. Thank you. Let's give him a big round of applause. How about that, folks? That was an awesome dance. Awesome. And if we raised over $1,000 right there, that $1,000 is going to help kids and families of the Chicagoland area. Is everybody in a good mood? Because I feel like raising some money. We got some more great items tonight for our live auction. And the purpose of the money that we're raising tonight is to help kids and families, which are in the toughest neighborhoods that do have one step behind the line, but we're actually bringing them forward to make a difference in their lives. So tonight, we have a number of silent auction items. We are going to start off on the second item, I guess it is. We have a dinner for 10 that is being sponsored by Blue Plate. I don't know if anybody has heard of Blue Plate, but Blue Plate is the actual caterer for the Chicago Marathon. All right? They have donated a $1,500 gift certificate for a party of 10 in your house. It is a dinner of your choosing. I will put you in contact with their salesperson, and it's up to you to decide what you would like to have for dinner. That means you don't cook. You just get this pour glass of wine, sit with your friends, and enjoy the awesome food from Blue Plate. So we'd like to start the bidding off for this certificate. Can I get $500? Yes, we have $500 over there. Woo! Chris, can I get on that list? But I think $500 for a $1,500 certificate is not enough. Can I get $550? Would anybody like to bid him for $550? We got $550 over here. Do I hear $6? I hear $6 over here. Is that $7? Do $7 in the back. Do I hear more than $7? We got, what number? $750? $8. We're going as high as $8. Woo! I feel it coming now, folks. $800 dinner for 10. $1,500 gift certificate with Blue Plate. Do I hear $850? Do I hear $850? I mean, the dinner is awesome. You get to pick exactly what you want. You get to kick back, relax. You can put on some Frank Sinatra tunes and just listen away. Do I hear $850? The highest bid right now is $800. Do I hear $850? Going once. Going twice. Sold! Over here. The next item up for auction is a little something, I don't know. Have you guys heard of Mike Ditka? Anyone heard of him? Johnny Vincent is getting an autographed football from the coach. He has it, it's being signed as we speak. It will be delivered to your house. And it's going to be an awesome gift. I don't know if anybody's ever met the coach, but he is one of the coolest dudes you'll ever meet. So for an autographed football by Mike Ditka, who would like to start the bidding out at $250? I have $250 over here. This is an autographed football from the coach. It's going to be authentic. We'll get you the certificate of authenticity, but we'll also have Johnny Vincent take a picture with Mike signing the football. So we have a bid for $250. Do I hear $3? I have $300 over here. Beautiful. Do I hear $350? $350 for an autographed football like this. Do I hear? I'm looking around the room. This is the coach. This is number 89. This is the man with the restaurant, ESPN, a Super Bowl ring. Yes, we have $350 over here. Do I hear $400? This is the coach. I mean, the actual coach. I see $400 back over there. Wonderful. Do I hear $450? This ball is going to be worth thousands and thousands of dollars someday. This is from the man, the myth, the legend. He's got his own wine. Yes, I hear 450 over here. Do I hear 5? Do I hear $500? This is definitely, this is not something you're going to throw around. I got 5 back in the corner over here. Do I hear 550? Can I get 550 for a Mike Ditka autograph? 550 over here, yes. Do I hear 6? It just happens that quick, folks. $600. The bid is $550. Do I see 550? Does anybody want to bid 6? He's going to put H-O-F on there. 89, baby. That's what it's all about. The Hall of Fame of the Mike Ditka. Do I hear $600? 550 going once. 550 going twice. Sold! $550. Our next item up for bid at the live auction is, anybody in here Cubs fans? I didn't hear a big loud clap. Is anybody in here Cubs fans? Our next item was donated by the Score radio show. They have shared a day at Wrigley Field with 3 friends. These tickets are going to be the Score seats at a Cubs game. They're box seats. They're hot seats. They're the hottest ticket in town. Does anybody think that they're going to the World Series next year? Cubs fans? So, for Cubs tickets for next year, you get to pick the game, work it out with the Score. We'd like to start the bidding off at $250. Do I hear $250 for 4 Cubs seats? I got it in back over there. Do I hear 3? We have $300. Do I hear $350? And we got it back here. Do I hear 4? We got 4 over here. Do I hear $450? We got $450 over here. Do I hear 5? Boy, this is moving quick. I got 5 back over here. Do I hear $550? 4 Cup tickets for next year at Wrigley Field. These are going to be the hottest tickets next summer as they work their way to the World Series. Do I hear 550? 550 over here, folks, 550. This is awesome, 550 for 4 Cup tickets from the Score. We got $550. Do I hear 6? We got 6 back in the corner here. Do I hear 650? Do I hear 650? We got 650 over here. Ooh, very nice. It's not your wedding gift, though. We have 650 over here for 4 Cup seat. Do I hear 7? Do I hear 7? We got 7 in the back corner of the room. Do I hear 750? Folks, they're going to be paying 4 times this amount back a year. So can I get 750? 750. We got 700 in the back corner. Do I hear 750? Going once. Going twice. Sold back there in the corner. 4 Cubs tickets. Okay, so the next item is actually donated by the Paintball Explosion in Skokie. How many of you have kids in here? How many of you have kids that like to shoot paintballs? This is spend an afternoon with 10 of your friends, 10 kids for a paintball explosion. For me, I've never set foot in a paintball place. But I've had a lot of ex-girlfriends that have shot me with it. So we're going to start the bidding off with this paintball explosion. Did I hear $250? This is to go shoot your friends, leave them within, and spend the whole afternoon chasing each other. Do I hear $200? We have $250 right here. Do I hear 3? Do I hear $300 for a paintball? Matt Simpson, do you have your hand up over there? No, he doesn't. Do I hear 300 over here in the corner? 300 for a paintball explosion. Do I hear 350? 350 to shoot paint. We got 350 over here. Do I hear 4? 10 kids, 10 people, 10 adults. All you do is race around and shoot each other, leave each other with the hearts. I think that calls for a higher amount. Do I hear 4? Do I hear $400? $400. Anyone? Anyone? Sold. $350 to LA Richardson. Thank you. All right, for the next item that we have over at live auction here, I have to throw in the shades. Does anybody like the Chicago Bulls in here? New coach, we got Derek Rose back. We have 2 seats that are 4 rows off the floor. They're behind the visitors' bench. When the cameras are on, Sports Center, Comcast, Channel 9, when they're here on the bench, you're right there. You're getting camera time all night long. So, are you starting the bidding over here? $500. We have $500 right here, folks. Do I hear 550? We have 550. Do I hear 6? We have 6 in the corner there. Do I hear 650? 650. These are, you can actually hear the coach yelling at his players. We have 6. Yep. Is that 6 over here? Yes, we have 600 for Marissa Martin. Do I hear 650? Yes, over here in the corner. Do I hear 7? $700. These are $500 a seat. When you guys want to trade, all you have to do is put your hand up and they come and get it. The only time you got to get up is to go to the bathroom, which, if you planned it correctly, no. Do I have 700 in the corner? Beautiful. Do I have 750? 750 right there. Do I have 8? $800 for the Bull. You can actually see them diagramming plays. I got 800 over here. Do I get 850? 850, Chicago Bulls. We got 2 texts. I believe David Johnson was there last year. David, how were the seats? David, how were the seats? He loved them. Do I hear 850? We got 800 for 2 seats, 4 rows behind the Bulls. We got 850. Do I hear 9? Do I not hear $900? We got 900. It's going up. Yes. All right, let's go. Do we hear 950? We got 950. We love it. Do we have $1,000 over here? Do we have $1,000 over here? We have 1,000 in the front row here. Yes. We have a new player in town. Yes, $1,000. Do I hear it? 1,050. 1,050 Bulls game. We got 1,050 over there. Beautiful. Do I hear 1,100? $1,100 for Chicago Bulls tickets. You can see the diagram as I said. Yeah, we got 1,100 over there. Beautiful. Do we hear 1,150? 1,150 over here. Do I hear 12? $1,200. You won't get these seats for under $1,500. You got to go and get these. And actually, I didn't even tell you the date. These seats are for December 28th. December 28th against the Raptors. So that is my fault. But if we need a different set of seats, I might be able to work it out. So, do I hear $1,200? We have 1,150. Do we hear 12? We got 1,150 going once. $1,150 going twice. Sold over here. Here we go. Woo! We are doing great tonight. Every dollar that you're donating here tonight for these items is helping the child that needs our help. Our last 3 items are, we're going to do this a little differently this year. We actually have programs that we need help funding. So what we're going to do is, instead of doing the normal panel raise where we don't see where the money, what program the money actually goes to, the next 3 items, we're going to talk about the programs that need your help. And so we're going to ask that you raise your panel if you would like to just donate to each of these programs to make sure that these programs survive and we're taking care of kids. So the first program that we would like to raise money for this evening is we were looking for sponsors for 20 hours of tutoring for young people in our group homes. It's $500 for 20 hours. What we're looking for this evening is, would anybody in the room be willing to to give $500 to help sponsor kids in tutoring. We got $500 here. Is anybody else going to have $500 over here? Do we have another person in the back? That's $1,500. Anybody else in the room would be willing to donate $500? We have $500 over here. Awesome. That's $2,000. We have another $500 here, another $500 here. That's we're up to $3,500 to help kids in tutoring. Awesome. We have another one over here. I'm sorry to catch it. That's $4,000. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Let's give them a hand really quick. One more. We got one more. $4,500. Yes. Woo! Awesome. Do we have any more people who would like to join the crowd? Anyone? We've done awesome. Would anybody for this program actually would like to donate $250? $500 may have been a stretch, but anybody would like to donate $250? This is for tutoring. There's no better investment in the world than to give a kid an education. We have $250 over here. Do we have anybody else that would like to help with $250 for tutoring kids? Anyone? All right, thank you. Let's give everyone a round of applause. Thank you. The next item that ChildServ needs help with is the transport of parents and children to care. We're looking to have your help in sponsoring 90 trips for parents and children in our early childhood programs so that they can have transportation to medical appointments and parent education meetings. It costs about $200 for 90 bus trips and train trips per year. We need your support, folks. Who in the room would be willing to donate $250? We have $250 over here. We have $250 over there. Would anybody else? $250 over here. $250 over there. And in the back of the room, we have $250. This is to help get kids and their parents from one place to the other so they can get tutoring care. We have $250 over here. Thank you, John. We have $250 over here. Thank you. Do we have anybody else in the room for $250? We have $250 back over there. Please, thank you. Anybody else? $250 right here. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. This is to help people get from one place to the other. $250 over there. Awesome. You guys are doing great. Let's go. Let's keep this energy going. Who else can donate $250? We have $250 more over here. This is awesome. I lost count. $250 more over here. Thank you, Tom Hutchins, who's on our board. We got $250 from Dan Mikowski to help bring kids from one place to the other. Anyone else in the room? So for those of you that couldn't do $250, how about $100? Do we have anybody in the room that can to give $100? That'll cover 90 bus trips for these kids. Is anybody in the room? Can I get your hands raised for $100? We got $100 in the back of the room. Thank you. Do we have anybody else in the room that can donate $100 for this program? We got 100 over here. Thank you. Do we have 100 anywhere else in the room? Awesome. Thank you, everybody. And the last program that we would like to raise money for this evening is for our military families. We're looking for our friends here tonight to help sponsor therapy supplies for children and families in our military therapy programs who are recovering from trauma associated with service to our country. It's $100 per supply pack. These are the people that protect us at night. They come back wounded. I would like to start the bidding at $200. Who can donate $200 to help our military? We have $200 right here. We have $200 right there. 200 over there. We're up to over 1200. We have 200 over here. This, folks, is going directly to our military family programs. Who else can donate $200 here this evening? We have 200 over there. Yes. We have 200 down here in the corner. I'm sorry. My name is not but thank you. Anybody else? $200. $200 to help our military families. We have 200 over here for Elder Richardson, Jeff Richardson, thank you. And 200 over there. And 200 back over here. Thank you very much. And we got back in the corner. Thank you. Awesome. And we have another person in the lights. I can't see it, but I'm seeing it pointed over there. Thank you. And this is our last push, folks. It's $100. Let's really pump this up to help these veterans. Who can donate $100 here this evening to help the veterans? Can anybody do it? We have 100 over here. We have 100 over there. We have 100 over here. We have 100 in the back of the room over here. I think we're up to $1,000. Do we have 100 over there? 100 over here? Yes, awesome. Awesome. Can we get a few more people to give 100? We have 100 over here. Yes, we got a thumbs up over here. I believe we have someone from WTF over here too. We have a celebrity in the house. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have it over here. She just donated $100. If she can donate $100 for our military veterans, how many more people can give $100? Going once? Going twice? One more? $100? One more?
Seriously.
One more. All right. Thank you for your assistance. All right, I want to thank all of you for donating. Whatever it is that you've given tonight here is going to help kids and families. We greatly appreciate it. For the rest of the night, it's going to be food, song, and we have a silent auction out here. We hope that you take a look at these items and outbid everyone else that's on the sheet. For all you Blackhawks fans out there, there is a jacket signed by the former St. Louis Blues. So if you're a true Blackhawks fan, you're driving up that price tonight. So I want to thank everybody for coming. Let's enjoy the night. Thank you.